And I gotta be honest, if you're trying to warm me up and make me feel good and get me to buy stuff, no better way than to walk into this place with one of my videos playing in the background. VCRs, old school CRTs, clocks. I might need to go home with that box. You can see this is the back wall. I really like the wooden paneling is a really nice touch. Makes you feel like you're right at home in mom's basement back in the 80s. Dude, what's up with that?
So this is from Bradley's
Sick.
in Milford, yeah.
That
this
is
Cashier Lane
sick.
15.
This is the sort of weird, I would love to have one of these, and it works.
And it works.
Pre-releases that never got released. That's why they have the ATM sub ones. When was the last time you were able to see the 9-pack?
Then you got Double Dragon.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Bootleg Scare Glow.
And of course, oh God, it's Kevin Sorbo. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back to the channel. It is Friday, May 23rd. I've got my coffee in hand here, and on this gloomy, about to be rainy day, we are heading back into the heart of CT, Vernon, Connecticut, to be exact, to check out a store called Cruzn Retro. Now, I recently and randomly discovered this store online over Instagram a couple of weeks ago, and I have been chatting with the owner, Ramses, ever since through DMs, and he seems like a super cool, down-to-earth dude that is very passionate about this hobby, and his store looks absolutely fantastic. I think he also recently set up at the Shop the Curiosity toy show, which I really need to get to one of these years. It's been on my list. Shout out to Nicole. It's been on my list for quite some time. I just have not been able to make it happen, but one of these years we will make it happen. Ramses, I believe, set up there, and he brought the heat to that show as well. I'm a little butthurt that I missed out on the Barnyard Commandos that he had for sale. Had being the key word in tense. Had, not has. But what are you going to do? You win some, you dim some. Anyway, let's cut the chit-chat. We've got about an hour and 40-minute drive ahead of us. So with all of that being said, I will see you guys at the store. Go Knicks. We have made it to Cruzn Retro. This is 2 feet into the door before we go up the stairs to check out the rest of the store. I'm here with the man of the hour.
Oh, guys. Happy that you came out to visit us, man.
Yeah, absolutely. So we started talking about this stuff because I was going to just begin filming the walkthrough, and then we started talking, and Correct. It seems like there's a lot to say. I mean, these are all original arcades, right?
Yeah, so original arcades. Obviously, this is a multi-cade, so this is a lot newer than the rest of them. But original arcades, this is actually 1983, but it is in a Donkey Kong cabinet. But Mario, same year, yeah. They just put the Mario into the Donkey Kong cabinet. Rolling Thunder is a fever dream game that I couldn't remember. I used to play with my dad for the longest time, and scrolling through Marketplace, I found that entry screen right there that you just captured, and I was like, this is the game I couldn't remember for the longest time. So that being said, I had to grab the arcade.
Are these all from Facebook Marketplace?
Yeah, all of them from Facebook. Obviously, I didn't have any connections to where I can just ask someone to drop arcade machines. Yeah. And, you know, so I went hunting. You know, in a previous video of yours, you stopped by Retro Junk, which is a very good friend of mine's, Brandon. So a lot of this is inspiration from his store.
Great store, great guy.
It really is. So, you know, I had to go hunting, which is okay. I have plans to switch out a ton of these. So Mario will be going out because my favorite game growing up was in the arcade was Gauntlet Dark Legacy, the arcade
One
machine.
of my favorites as well.
Yeah, so I have the 4-player. The gentleman I bought the Rolling Thunder has that already finished up for me. So it's original arcade machine, original cabinet. That's coming in hopefully next Tuesday. I got to go pick it up in Mass and bring it here. So that's I'm very happy for that one because that's like my favorite arcade. And then I have the gentleman looking for X-Men. So when I get X-Men, a couple of these will go out because that will also be a 4-player. And then I have obviously Turtles 4-player coming too. He's in the process of finding those 2 for me. And then when he gets them done, I'll be moving some of these out. But you know, Double Dragon. Who doesn't love Double Dragon?
Yeah, and I mean, and so just to be clear, some of this stuff is for sale at the moment. Some of it is not.
Yeah, some of it is for sale just because I need some of the cabinets moved out because some stuff is coming in.
Yeah.
I have a Marvel vs. Capcom also coming, so just trying to change it. Luckily, these are like not huge where you can move them out in and out and not cause too much of a hassle doing that. So as we continue to grow, there'll be more arcades added, but right now there's some that I just doesn't feel right being here, so I'm gonna move them out and go from there. They're not being used, right? So if arcade machine I bring in doesn't attract people to use it, I'm just gonna move it.
Makes sense. Got Frogger here.
Got Frogger, yeah, that's Frogger. It has a 60-in-1 in it. It's the original cab for Frogger, but it now has a 60-in-1 in there. So you got 60 games you can choose from.
Pretty sweet. And then, oh yeah.
Then you got Double Dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's just...
Some of the absolute best here. Oh yeah.
When that opening scene, the girl gets punched in the gut.
Oh my goodness gracious. Different times.
Yeah, different times, definitely.
The side of the cab there. Freaking sweet. And then Virtual Cop 2, dude. Oh my goodness.
Too. Yeah, the funny story about this, if you're a toy collector and there's a big name out there, the creator of Sectars and Boglins, Tim Clark, I bought this from his son randomly on Facebook Marketplace again. I was there, I was picking up the arcade machine and I see some box Sectars up top in his basement collection room. And I asked him, hey, what are those? Are they for sale? And he's like, obviously they're not. They're my dad's. He was one of the creators of Sectars and Boglins. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, my dad's Tim Clark. So cool story, like, you know, to be able to like a piece of like toy history, right? Is there. And yeah, so he has this. He has a couple other really cool arcade machines that I've never seen before. That hopefully someday I can buy from him. But yeah, it was a little cool like nugget to you know be in the same place where you know Tim probably visits a ton. You know, it's his son and his grandkids
absolutely
there, so it's pretty cool. But
yeah, definitely. There it is. And all these cabs look like they're in really nice shape. My buddy Chad, the video, one of the videos you had up on the screen.
Yeah.
We're just up the stairs there. How many does he have? He has at least 2 vintage arcades, and he found them both for deals off of
Chip City. So
Facebook Marketplace.
That is a licensed display from the Midwest. It was a like potato chip like store, and they had license with Cheetos. So it's like late 70s, if I believe, because of the Cheeto bag, the Cheeto Crunch bag.
That's pretty incredible. How'd you get your hands on that?
So that was another Facebook Marketplace. I scour Facebook Marketplace to try to find cool stuff for display. So yeah, that was a Facebook Marketplace, and I just you know, trying to figure out a name for like the arcade area. So I have to get arcade done to match that Chip City lettering. But once I get that, this is going to be the Chip City Arcade.
I love it, man. That's so cool. And you got some marquees up over
some
here?
Marquees. I have several more that need to go up at some point. But yeah, just some cool marquees that I like from...
I love it, dude. You walk in, you've got the, you know, it kind of reminds you of being a kid. You walk into any sort of arcade place, a Nathan's by me, and you've got your arcade area set up. Very cool, very nice. You've got some posters lining the wall up top.
Yeah, just you know, try to make it like a streamlined feel like to the store, right? You come into the arcade, it's pretty clean, really nice setup, and then you kind of get some nostalgia blast of like video games going up the stairs, and then it opens up to the store. But all this stuff is like free play, so I'm doing this for the community. I want to create a place where people don't just come to buy, they come to chill and hang out and
absolutely,
you know, talk toys, video games, and just have some fun. So yeah,
very
you'll
cool.
see this, and then you'll see another area upstairs when you come up. That'll be pretty cool.
Walking up the stairs here to the main floor of the store. This is the view. And I gotta be honest, if you're trying to warm me up and make me feel good and get me to buy stuff, no better way than to walk into this place with one of my videos playing in the background. The man knows how to sell. What can I say? Cowboys of Moo Mesa poster, a couple of other posters lining the wall. Up the stairs here, for reference, that is where we just were, talking about all of those really cool vintage arcades. Their slow pan. And I think we start right here. Look at this. Vintage VHS. And what you will see here as well, sprinkled throughout the store, a number of really cool store displays for some vintage toys from back in the day. Give you guys a slow roll through these bookcases here, some Power Rangers. Disney stuff down there. One of my favorites right there, American Pie. Little fun fact, that was actually playing as my wife was delivering our first baby to us last July. She requested to have it turned off mid-delivery. Jingle all the way. I mean, it's funny what time does to certain things. That was one of those movies back in the day when it was released, you know, considered terrible. I mean, it kind of was, but it's like taking over as one of my favorite and a household favorite of ours during the holiday season. Quest, Lethal Weapon, the old stereo up top, gotta love that. My favorite kind of collectible shops and toy shops are the ones that have a nice mix of things. Anyone that has been following along on the channel for quite some time. Got some Goosebumps here. Some books, pretty sweet. Because it's not just about vintage toys, right? It's just vintage from the era of 80s and 90s for me, personally, some 70s. Right, I mean, look at this. Look, I mean, didn't need to point at any of this, but it's right in front of your face, but still, the perfect kind of wooden cabinet fixture for VCRs, old school CRTs, clocks. I don't know if this stuff is for sale. I've got to ask Ramses, but super duper cool. But yeah, so what I was saying, getting back to what I was saying, it's stuff like this, stuff like that, physical media. It's not just the toys, right? For me, at least. Some more store displays there. We'll just go right down the row here. Getting into some of the toy cabinets now. Some My Little Pony, some Smurf PVCs. $9.99, $13.99, $12.99, $4.99. Oh, some Golden Girl knockoff of She-Ra in the box. You know, one thing I will also say about this store now, been here for a bit of time, chit-chatting and walking around. Everything here that is for sale. Oh, I didn't even realize. Got the Crash and Bash chair there. Crash Dummies. Some nice box stuff there. Mask. Ghostbusters. Everything here that is for sale is in pristine condition. The store is pristine. It's nice and clean. That's always a plus. But as you guys can see here, everything here is complete and really nice. If it's loose and if it's on card, it is mint. Take a look at this. I might need to go home with that box. Kenner Star Wars down here, one of the carrying cases. Some Joes down below. Peanut Head Han there. Some later Joes. Look at this. Look at these beauties. Some small soldiers. Very nice on card. Everything is well priced too. Crate of army ants, $6 a pop. Italian ants. Some loose, complete TMNT vintage. My buddy, the Jersey Geek, would love this store. It's got all of his favorite lines here. I actually think he needs Dracula. I'm gonna reach out to him before I leave. Getting into some vintage gaming stuff here, Genesis games. It's like this man knew I was coming. Look at all these games that I'm a big fan of. Streets of Rage 2, I've mentioned that a number of times on this channel. Rings of Power. Phantasy Star 3. Moving down into some Zelda stuff. So apparently this whole case at one point was like all Zelda games, merch, everything. But a good bit of it has sold. So what you see is what's left there. Ocarina of Time. Wow, God. I mean, like, that's an expensive game nowadays. I'm kind of bummed I don't have mine from childhood still, but what are you gonna do? So we've taken a trip down the first wall here. You can see this is the back wall. I really like the wooden paneling is a really nice touch. Makes you feel like you're right at home in mom's basement back in the 80s. You could see up against the wall there, Dreamcast, Genesis, Super Famicom in the box, Nintendo 64 in the box, some CGC graded games. There's the man's branding, very nice. Some Game Boy games. Ooh. '89 Batman, classic. Take a look at some of these games up top first. MKSNES kind of has my eye. actually need that Quest of the Avatar, so I might have to pick that up. Picked up a few complete Ultimas when I was last down in North Carolina. Some Game Boys. I was just saying, you know how to really set the mood and get someone to buy something when you've got their channel playing in the background right up the stairs. The man,
I wanted.
that's a salesman right there.
Feel at home, you know.
You know, it's absolutely. Some more games down here. I think we'll just continue to walk around the rest of the store. Here's a shot of the store from the back, main floor. And we'll just do what we normally do, is snake up and down these aisles. More games. PS4. Some Game Boy games. More NES down below. Very nice. Take a look at this. So this is something that you definitely don't see every day. Not in the packaging still. C3PO collector set. I mean, this is awesome. And that's a very good price too, in my opinion. $150 for this thing. I mean, you'll have some people try to sell that thing in that sort of condition outside of the packaging for that price. So yeah. Very good price on that. Got Chewy here, mint. And look at this man, the generosity. This man is gifting me this. Mexican bootleg Scareglow. I mean, how cool is that? I don't want to curse because I don't have to spend the time editing out, you know, the cursing, but like, yeah. What a kind gesture from a kind man. Dude, what's up with that?
So this came from, I think you guys had him in your neck of the woods, Bradley's?
Yeah.
So this is from Bradley's
sick.
in Milford, yeah.
That
this
is
Cashier Lane
sick.
15.
This is the sort of weird, I would love to have one of these, and it works.
And wait up, hold on.
Good sound.
Here we go.
Dude.
Price check on 15, please. Price check on 15.
Incredible. It works. This is amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic. So where did you find that?
Again, my favorite place.
My goodness.
Facebook Marketplace.
So I don't have Facebook.
Yeah.
Ironically, even though
Just
I have
get
like.
it for Marketplace.
Yeah, I know.
Even if you're not gonna find friends or do whatever, just get it, because Marketplace, you never know what you can find on Marketplace.
It's crazy, man. Like outside of the hobby, I'm just not a social media guy. I don't post what I have for lunch. I don't do those sort of, like, I don't either. I just don't care.
All my toy stuff is what toys and my video game stuff. That's it on my social media. You know, and then I use it to find weird stuff like this.
Damn, that is so cool. And are like the vintage like CRTs and stuff for sale, or no?
So I do have some that I'm going to be bringing to the store. Most of them are just display pieces for the store. Okay. I like to play the Pokemon VHSs there. Yeah. Sometimes, but yeah, a lot of those are just local finds, man. Just lucky enough to be at the right place at the right time and get some good deals on some of those.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm looking. I need to figure out what I want to put in a certain space for my room. I definitely want like a vintage TV setup and maybe even one that works. Yeah. You know, so we'll see.
Oh, well, I have one out back.
Do you?
A Zenith.
Oh, do you really? A Zenith too?
The one on the floor, because I have a Hitachi that's coming from.
Oh, the one in the back is. Oh, okay.
That's in working condition. I also have a Sony Trinitron in the box. 86 turned out. It's really nice.
We might be clearing out aisle 15 by the time we leave this place. So.
It's really nice.
Side of the Play Choice cabinet here. Sticking with the perimeter of the store. Got some later Star Wars stuff. Power of the Force, Episode 1. I remember when Episode 1 came out. Oh, does it?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at
Just
that.
hit the button and then just put one of those figures on there. Put the card on there.
I've never seen this actual store other than, I guess, back in 2000
Yeah.
or 99 when the,
Rust display.
yeah. Wow. An actual use for the Comtex bases. Got some raw comics in there. Some bins. Let's see. Let's dig a little bit. Nice mix of stuff in this store. I'm a sucker for the fast food stuff. We were just talking about how I would love to find a changeable Series 2 store display for my collection. You see them on eBay once in a while. I'm not trying to buy that on eBay. I know that I can find that out in the wild, and also, I mean, and some of the stuff that I have seen on eBay isn't necessarily in the condition that I want. So most people that know me know that I'm nuts when it comes to condition and most things, but especially condition of my collectibles. We've entered Toy Biz Marvel land. Some really, really neat pieces that you don't necessarily see all the time. Up here, it's Magneto. Beautiful box. Again, all of this stuff, pristine. I don't think I've seen one yellow blister or piece of cellophane in this joint, so that's definitely saying something. Some of the Toy Biz X-Men here. Take a look-ski at that. Get you guys a closer look. I mean, they're all beautiful cards. Original OG Toy Biz Marvel, my favorite. Dr. Doom there. US Agent. I want to kind of comb. Shizer. It's fine. He's fine. He's fine. I figure if I curse in German, he's fine. I wonder if YouTube will still ding me. I wonder if, like, that's in their database of expletives. I don't know. More store displays. Zerg piece is pretty neat. I am telling you, man, my buddy Greg would absolutely love this place. Check that out, that corner. It's pretty sweet. Very cool. Now you've got a little gaming section here, which is very nice. A couple of TVs, the Chadster on the television right there. We've got an NES, an SNES, PS2. Wow, an Xbox, a couple of each. Very nice. Overlooking the storefront there. Here's another angle of the posters lining the wall as you walk in. I think we will check out this side of the aisle against the left wall as you walk up. Some Spawn, Hercules, and Xena.
I mean, there aren't a ton of fans of Zbots out there, but I'm one of them. And yeah, a bunch of carded stuff, man. You don't get to see, you don't get to see a ton of carded. You don't get to see the singles, the carded single guys.
Wow, this is pretty incredible. This is all from Nicole's show?
Yeah, this was all from Nicole's show. The 3-packs carded.
Wow. Wow.
And then these are supposed to be like
pre-releases that never got released. That's why they have the ATM sub ones. Some of these might have, but different colorways. They were unfortunately open. But yeah.
This is pretty incredible.
And then they have, when was the last time you were able to see the 9-pack?
Are you keeping all this stuff? Is this for
some of it is going to the personal, some of it is going to be for sale. So
that's got to be a personal. Right
yeah,
there.
I haven't decided which ones. There's a couple.
They've got a number of them. Wow. Oh, dude.
Yeah, I think there's 4 of them. 4 of them total.
Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I love Zbots, man. I don't know. I've always been a fan of like miniatures, so like miniature Transformers.
Yeah.
Battle Beast, obviously. Zbots.
I'm the same. I have an affinity for the smaller scale.
It's weird, but I love. I mean, it doesn't take too much space. Obviously, sealed product will.
Yeah.
And finding a good way to display these is going to be.
This is a crazy.
A little strange.
Lot of Zbots, dude.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
More carded 3-packs. And then these were the, I think Burger King or McDonald's. I think Burger King. So these were the big Burger King ones, the Burger King Kids Clubs. They come with like little pogs, and then they come with the individual Z-Bot in the back.
So cool. Man, this is, I mean, like, kind of can't believe this, dude.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was,
Buddy Chad's gonna see this and go freaking crazy.
yeah, it's again, I was lucky enough. It was one of my buddies actually that had this, and I was like amazed that he had it. It's East Coast Toys, Jonathan. He's a big Turtles guy, but he's kind of expanded his toy hunting now. Like he's not just focused on Turtles. And he's a big reseller. He's on Whatnot, YouTube, everywhere. But yeah, he had the whole lot, and he was like, dude, I know you like this. Do you want them? I was like, come on, man. Yeah, I want them. So we worked out a deal, and yeah, I'm the owner of all these. Like, I've never seen this much Zbots, like,
carded, no.
Yeah,
no,
especially the 9-packs. Like, you don't see the 9-packs. I don't remember the last time I seen a 9-pack.
This is definitely some unprecedented, uncharted
Yeah,
Zbots
correct. territory.
No doubt.
And then I there was a big like flea market. It's called Brimfield Flea, and I picked these up. If you know, you know.
Wow.
Got Adam
So
here.
got him there. Very nice. You picked these up from flea market, you said?
Yeah, from a flea market. Has his weapons, all his limbs are intact, which these guys are usually broken somehow.
Oh yeah, you got Side out there.
Yeah, with his goggles and his gun.
Very nice. Power Lords.
Yep, Power Lords.
One of my favorite lines that I don't have.
Which they're like very weird, right? Like
Yeah.
none
That
of
Vulcan
the
rock is impossible to find complete and unbroken.
The gentleman had them, but he did not want to sell it. It's one of those like, I take it to show off kind of deals. So he carries it with him all the time.
Always a frustrating situation.
Yeah.
Grip Tog there. Yeah, these are. I mean, this is a nice looking lot too.
And then the last one.
You keeping these? Oh, nice.
Not sure yet. This is the one I'm not sure yet. But I figured you would like this. This is like in your realm of like weird and
the whole line, really.
Yeah.
It's just what's even weirder is like I don't actually have any of this stuff.
Oh, really?
But
yeah, so that's some of the stuff I wanted to show you, and then I have
cool,
I actually have a box or two that we're gonna open up later, which is gonna be some knockoffs from Mexico.
oh, you're talking my language now.
Yeah, the Zbots are crazy though, right?
Yeah, look at all this stuff down here. This is wow. The blisters are crystal clear too. Look at
Yeah,
that.
like super minty.
Amazing.
I mean, there's only a couple cards that are a little dented up, but like again, you never see this much card.
No,
Ever.
no.
Ever.
This is all pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Appreciate you sharing that.
Toy Creed, my buddy Chris, sent me out 2 boxes. So he's a big Mexican bootleg guy, and he sent me 2 boxes. I know one other box, what it is. I don't think a ton of people have seen what this box has, or this variant of a bootleg in the larger size. So I'm very excited about this one. So this is a box
Oh my goodness.
of bootleg Scareglows.
What? Oh, there are multiple? What the hell?
Yeah, so I ordered 6 from him. Yeah, just because I thought they were gonna be cool.
Well, I think you were right. That is awesome.
Yeah, so Scareglow bootlegs, guys, look at that. And then we have, oh, he sent me some stuff. I'll save that for later, but I think this is probably one of the coolest things here. If you know, you know. Dino saucers.
Wow.
These are the bootlegs. Each bootleg comes with their weapon too, so it's not just the dinosaur by itself. It also has the weapon.
I saw recently, I think on Instagram, something floating around, like a post or a few posts of bootleg dino saucers, like recently.
Yeah.
I don't know if, yeah.
Probably from me because one of
Maybe it
our
was
friends
from you.
picked up 2 in Chicago. But
Oh, so that probably is. why I
yeah,
saw
but
that.
these are. It was just 2 of them. I have the whole line. I think it's 5
a
figures.
bit more affordable than the original.
Yeah, 100%. But it's still cool to have
Yeah, this is awesome.
the whole line.
Yeah, that's very cool. Let's have a look ski here. Look at that. Painted by an absolute pro.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
The knockoffs are great, man. People love them. And, you know, like when in a million, unless you're Froggy Flips, you're never gonna get, you know, like the real ones. You know, it's a once in a lifetime kind of find.
Yep.
But you know what? To put it on the shelf and at least say you have a representation of the toy line
Little something, yeah.
is pretty cool.
That's a nice one. Yeah, these are great.
Yeah, they all have their tails, and like I said, they all have their weapons. But yeah, I think the Scareglow was the. Oh, this guy is pretty
Another
cool.
one. So, and you said you have most of or all of the knockoff line, or do you need?
Yeah,
some
so
of these?
so this will be. I think these are all the characters in the line.
Yeah, it's a small line.
Yeah. That has his big weapon there too.
Look at that.
Yeah. And then I think on this box it might just be a whole bunch of Scareglows, bootleg Scareglows.
Army build these things. I mean, you could put them across the top of.
Of the shelf, yeah.
Yeah, they would look pretty sweet.
Let's see what he has here. Yeah, so he's actually, my buddy's taking a trip to Mexico in June, and he's going hunting for carded stuff for me. So I told him, whatever you can find carded in Mexico, I need it fast. So he's going out there, and he's got a couple friends that own stores, and he's gonna shoot photos and tell me what he's bringing me. But yeah, so
Sounds
this
good.
is more Scareglow, another set of the dino saucers and bootlegs. But come on, with the cape.
Yeah, you can't beat that. Does it come with a weapon?
I believe, I know when he gave me the other version of just Skeletor, they had the staff. Maybe the weapons are here somewhere. Not 100% sure, but I know, like, I have the big He-Man bootleg. I have Ortho Bootleg, and they all have like their accessory.
Yeah.
So maybe this one does come with the accessory, or maybe the cape is kind of considered maybe the only accessory in the Bootleg world for them.
No rules with these things.
Yeah,
so.
correct. But yeah, it's so derpy, man. It's great.
It is. This is all really, really cool stuff. So, are these for you?
So
One
no,
set of
they're
them
for
for you?
sale.
They are for sale.
They are
Okay,
for
great.
sale,
So
yeah.
all of this stuff is for sale.
Yep.
And you'll find it on your Instagram page.
Yeah, on the Instagram page, walk through the store, they'll be displayed somewhere. You'll be able to grab a set of dino saucers or a Scareglow freaking Skeletor.
Very nice. See a good amount of like bootlegs sprinkled in throughout the store as well. Some vintage lunch boxes and thermos pieces. Oh, look at that. Aladdin flashlight. Number of pocket Simons there. If we turn around, back into vintage. Kind of need this. Couple of really cool toy lines, one of which that I'm still collecting, which is the T2 line. Waterworld, love that movie. Never bought the toys. It's a cool toy line also. It's another Kevin Costner snore fest back in the day, but another movie that I still I enjoyed as a kid and even more so as an adult. Some more games here. The man hard at work. PS3s, PS4s. We've walked through here. Oh, Mighty Max playset. Got the shell here. Skull Mountain, 34 bucks. Looks like it's in really nice shape. Star Wars Bendums. There's our loose bin. Got some Pred figures here on card, on some really nice cards. Some instant Canada Pred collection right there. More Toy Biz. Doom Roller down here, nice. Some other merch pieces. This looks like a vintage Coke display based on the look of it. It's kind of cool. Right at the front of the store. It's empty. Here we go, more Skeleton Warriors. That, well, not more. We haven't seen any here today, but I guess more for me in my collection potentially. There are some here that I don't have in my PC. Yeah, there are some here that I do not have. Still a super affordable line. I do remember when these were all like $5 a pop or basically free. I love this Stargate line. I say it every time I see it. It's a cool line, speaking of very cheap lines. It's a cool line. Some Power Ranger knockoffs on card, pretty sweet. Yellow, pink, black, blue. The whole gang here, red. Shadow. Dick Tracy on card. Crime Stoppers kit, which looks dead mint, by the way. Pretty sweet. Before we move on, let's make sure we get a look at this. Some Batman Forever on card. Wow, the Caldor sticker. That is no joke right there. Oh, man. I feel like that's not a sticker you see all the time.
Yeah,
that's sick.
The Caldor one. Yeah, I mean, we run into it, like, obviously, most ones you see are KBs or Toys R Us. I've had
Hills every now and then.
AIM stuff at times.
Yeah. Sequest DSV, that's cool. Even cards on like unpopular toy lines like this were all really like thoughtful and well done. Man, that Caldor sticker is crazy. That's that hits close to home. That's so by me growing up in the suburbs of New York, we didn't have a Hills, but we had definitely had some Caldors, which the Caldor by me, the local one, turned into a Kmart, and now it's vacant. So some newer stuff mixed in with some older stuff. Good old-fashioned reissues. Turtles of Grayskull, which I could not get into this line at all. I mean, it's so hit or miss for me, this line. I like a good amount of the bad guys. I cannot stand these turtles. That's just me. And yeah, man, I think that's I think we've done just about a full lap. Some more games here. N64, a nice mix of things. GameCube, Wii. Very, very nice. Well, my friend, any parting words for the good folks at home before we wrap this up here?
You know, collect what you love. Doesn't matter how big or how large the collection, as long as you're proud of it. The hell with everyone else.
I like that. Well said. Done and done. Thanks again for your time, pal.
No worries. Thank you.
Just wanted to highlight this before we go. This is a super cool line that, I mean, I don't really typically see out and about in most places, and this is on card. King of the Monsters, Trendmasters. Very cool to see that. Awesome card art. And of course, oh God, it's Kevin Sorbo.